So we are live now. So I would like to start. Okay. Uh, hey, good morning, good evening, whosoever living in any part of the world. Myself, Jairam Chaudhary from Delhi, India. Welcome you all in this Nepali webinar. Thank you for joining us. So today we are having grateful and amazing speakers from USA, Lareto, Shadare. Then we have Mayra, Aquino. Then also we have Nornia Ariani from Indonesia, and also we have phenomenal leader from our side also, Bandana Singh, then Rekha Makan, Ritu Khadka, and how can I forget our phenomenal and dynamic and multi-talented host Poonam Meche. She is hosting the show for today. So let's stay connected. Thanks all for accepting our invite. Really, your presence is truly valuable to us. So let's hear from our dynamic Onpassive leader. We are very much lucky to be part of Onpassive family. We are one of the global family. Thanks as Mufare for giving us such wonderful platform. Now, I would like to welcome you all with our Nepali national anthem.
सार्वभौम फैलिएका मेची महाकाली सयौथुङ्गा फुलका हामी एउटै माला नेपाली सार्वभौम फैलिएका मेची महाकाली प्रकृतिका कोटि कोटि सम्पदाको आचला वीरहरूका राजधानी स्वतन्त्र आचला ज्ञान भूमि शान्ति भूमि तराई पहाड हिमाल अखण्ड यो प्यारो हाम्रो मातृभूमि नेपाल बहु जाति भाषा धर्म संस्कृति छन् विशाल अग्रगामी राष्ट्र हाम्रो जय जय नेपाल।
Thank you so much, Jaisar, for your technical support. And okay, let's get started. And hello to all my Onpassive family out there. This is your host Poonam from Kathmandu, the proud founder of Onpassive. Well, it's 29th April 2022, and this evening I would like to welcome all our national and international founders, the Zoom participants, and the YouTube viewers who are watching us live on behalf of Onpassive Team Champion Nepal. Well, today we have a very interesting founders within us, the very new guest also, and we are very much excited. Well, I would also like to welcome our guest speakers who accepted our invitation and joined us in this Nepali webinar. Well, we can have the sharings from our guest speakers that how they came to be the part of Onpassive, and what are their feelings being a part of Onpassive. So without delaying, I would like first I would like to take the sharings from Miss Lareto Shadare. And as we all know, she is the celebrity, she is the singer, and we are so blessed to have her, and we are very much excited to hear from her how was and how is the journey of Onpassive. Welcome, very much a warm welcome, and over to you, Lareto ma'am.
Hi, everybody. Good morning. A very good morning to everybody. And I just want to thank all the leaders of this webinar for inviting me, and all the guests here, everybody here on this webinar. I think we're all founders, right? Is it a guest webinar or a founder? All right, we are all founders. So yeah, we are home. So I'm so glad to be here this morning. The thing that gets me even more excited is that, I get to spend time with family, with you guys. I get time to talk about our wonderful company, Onpassive, and we get to just encourage each other and love on our company again over and over and over and over again, because it's worth it. So you asked me about my journey for Onpassive, of Onpassive. I mean, I came into Onpassive when the pandemic started. The whole world went into a shutdown. And I know that everybody knows that I'm an artist, I'm a singer, I'm a teacher, a vocal coach, and a performer. I perform also on stage. I do theater. So basically, when the pandemic came on, everything was done. Nothing was working. Everything was closed. So for most artists, we had to find out what to do. We had to think about other ways to make money. We had to think about, okay, how are we now making our visibility strong online? What do we do in this time when nobody knows what they're doing, how they're gonna, revolutionize their way of doing their art? What are we gonna do now? So I luckily have a background in IT. So I'm literate in computers. So I just decided, okay, fine, let me just make a research to find out what it is that I can do online, apart from doing music or just doing, videos, because Instagram was just infiltrated with a lot of stuff happening. So I was like, okay, what is it that I can do that will produce a result that I'm looking for, which is passive income? Right. I thought, okay, fine, let me just do my research. So I just went online, started the research, trying to find out about different things, affiliate marketing, different things. I went into a lot of things. And then finally, my husband came to me and said, I have a good friend of mine in Canada. He's a pastor. So he wanted you to look at this. He wants me to look at this Onpassive thing. Would you like to look at it? And because I was so tired of looking at everything online, I was like, listen here, person, get away from me. I don't want to hear anything. I didn't want to hear anything about online, nothing. I was just done. And so I just thought, okay, fine. And he came back, he kept on insisting, please check it out, because he knows that I like to research stuff. I like to go online and find out about things. And I'm very, things like research intrigues me. I love discovering things. So I was like, okay, fine, let me just find out about it. Okay, maybe I should join the webinar. So he insisted that I join the webinar. So I finally joined a webinar, a guest webinar. And one of our leaders, I think everybody knows him, Charles Osong, was the one who was speaking in that time. So, he gave me, I was interested in what he had to say, because he also has a background in IT. So I listened to him and I was like, okay, I hear what he's saying. This is interesting, but I'm not convinced. I was not 100% convinced. I was still, I'm not so sure. So I got an opportunity then to listen to Ash thereafter, our CEO, Mr. Ash Mufara. And, when I listened to him, I actually connected to what he was saying beyond his words, because what got me about him was his heart for what he believes in, his vision Onpassive, and his heart for humanity, because he spoke about a lot of things that piqued interest with me. And one of them was to eradicate poverty. He spoke about poverty. He spoke about uplifting humanity. He spoke about a lot of things, and he spoke about the passion for Onpassive. And the way he spoke about everything, I just went beyond his word and connected with his spirit. And so, after he spoke, I was like, okay, I mean, nobody else has to convince me anymore. Take my credit card, Mr. Eshmafara. I don't care. I was like, all right, take it. All right. So that's how I joined Onpassive. And the more the more I spend time on Onpassive, I get to meet beautiful souls. I get to meet so many people, beautiful minds, brilliant minds, beautiful human beings. And it's enriching, not only financially. We're looking at the financial enrichment, but the longer we stay here, we realize that we're getting connected with so many people and our souls are getting enriched. Beyond the money or beyond what we think we came here for, there's so much more value. Our CEO always talks about value. There's so much more value into Onpassive that is beyond us making money. I know when the company goes public, we will have moments where we get to interact with one another, or we will meet or whatever. I mean, even this webinar, it's enriching to know that you can connect with everybody across the world. And most of us, almost everybody, has the same mind, which is the mind of lifting each other up, which is the mind of uplifting our communities, which is the mind of bringing light, because a lot of people in this world are struggling, and some of them don't even know the end to their struggle. At least we are here, we know that our success is guaranteed because of this beautiful gift of Onpassive. But there are other people who cannot see the light at the end of the tunnel. And not necessarily because of what they're not doing. It's not because they're not working. It's not because they're not working hard. They're not, putting a lot of energy. No, because the opportunities are not there. And not only are the opportunities are not there for them to get equal of their energy. A lot of people put so much energy into their work and they don't get the money that is equivalent to the energy that they exude. I make examples with people who are doing, there's a lot of illegal mining in different parts of the world. And you see people going down in the mines, bringing out diamonds or bringing out minerals where they earn nothing compared to the people who are actually going to use those minerals. Right. So a person is going underneath to get $2. The person who's getting the minerals is going to earn millions. How is that fair? You understand what I mean? So when our CEO was talking about, we have to now think of the world in a way to say there are people who are working hard, not because they're lazy, that they're not realizing their dreams. It's not because they're not doing something that they're not realizing their dreams, but we live in a world that there's a lot of imbalance. And when we have so many souls that are coming together to say, you know what, we will be the change that we want to see in the world. We will bring a business that is ethical, and not only a business that is ethical. We are interested in looking to develop our communities. We're interested in seeing everything around us prosper, not only us prospering, but we're interested in seeing the prosperity of our communities. We are interested in seeing the education system uplifted. We're interested in seeing things working, because things can actually work. There's no reason why things don't work. If all of us want the same things, why are they not working? So that means something is wrong somewhere else, somewhere. It means then maybe the people, that we look up to, the balance is not right. So if you have now so many founders, we are almost 1.3 million. It's not a lot, but it's a lot, because we're connected. We can do a lot. Together we are stronger, and we can shift. We can make a shift in the world that we're looking for. Right. So I'm excited to be here, because I'm here, I'm speaking today, and I know I'm here to appeal to our spirits, to appeal to our souls, to say we are not alone. The changes that we want to see, all these things that when we sit alone and think, oh my God, why is this happening? All of us, almost everybody here that is Onpassive, over time, we start to think alike, to say we are the change that is going to happen in the world, because now we are connected and we know that we are not alone. So, and we know that now we have the ability, we have the empowerment, because money is empowerment. And I always say that money that is in the right hands, the money that is in the right hands can do a whole lot of good. And our hands are the right hands. So we are going to do a whole lot of good, not only for our families, but for everything that is around us. Because when we prosper, I'm not talking about being rich. Being rich is something different from being prosperous. Prosperity means that everything around you has life, everything around you has growth, everything around you is beautiful and it blossoms. It's not about only being rich, because being rich is about me and my family. Yes, you know, you're not starving. You can, you know, you have your car, you have your house, but I'm talking about prosperity. Prosperity is different from being rich. Right. So because now we are now here together and we are connected in that spirit to say, listen, all of us here are prosperous, and it starts in our mind how we are going. Now, when the money comes into our hands, that money is going to grow, because now it comes into the hands that are fertile. Right. It comes to the hands that are really ready to do something. So I'm really excited. I'm really excited. I don't know if I answered your questions, because now I spoke so long. I don't even know how much time I have, but I just started speaking. But that's basically it. My journey into Onpassive it's a beautiful one. It's a powerful journey, because now it's a journey of the heart. It's a journey that for me it's amazing, because I'm realizing that I'm a powerful being. And when we come together as powerful beings, all of us together, so many great things are going to happen through us.
Thank you so much, Lareto ma'am, for your sharings. Really, there are many people who have, like you see, some people, they see Onpassive with the eye of business. Some people, they see with the eye of movement. Some people, they see with the eye of, learning and earning platforms. There are different views of people. But lastly, now most of the people, they are connected and they are working for one word, and they know only that the word is humanity, and it works very smoothly. It's working very smoothly. And if we talk about the people for seeking opportunities, like it's not there are so many online businesses or so many online services, all are not trustworthy. So there are many people who feels very hard to trust such kind of business, such kind of opportunity, because all people, they do not know about such kind of opportunity. They do not know the value of Onpassive, what Onpassive is, and what's gonna Onpassive do in future, and what still it's is doing. So it's not everybody cannot understand this thing. So when we try to convince, Asher already told, it's not about convincing. Do not convince, just share the people, because there are so many. We just know that NGOs work for humanity. NGOs and INGOs, they come for humanity, but never a business, that also IT business, never it came for humanity. We never saw
Yeah,
any kind of business that has a vision of uplifting humanity and such things. So it's really very much different. And yes, all business, online business, are not trustworthy. Many there are MLM businesses. Now if we see Onpassive, it has the structure of MLM, but it's not definitely MLM, because foundership is going to be closed someday, one day, definitely, and that's true. So still, if we go to share people, they do not understand. If we sharing means they understand it's MLM. And online, they do not trust. Most of the people, they do not trust the online businesses, because
of
for them
course.
it's businesses.
Yeah, of
So
course, because you have a lot of unethical. Okay, okay. I was saying, of course, you have a lot of unethical business practices out there, and it's. I mean, people have a right to be skeptical. I was also very skeptical, but I believe that Onpassive is, you know, it's. I don't know how to explain it.
it's
Of course,
something
everybody's.
amazing, something
Yes,
different.
it's not everybody will join Onpassive, and not
Yeah,
everybody will see the vision, right? And I
yeah.
believe that for us who actually got connected, and some of the people still don't understand, but they don't understand how blessed they are to be a part of this big movement. They don't understand that. And most of them, it's not necessarily because of them. Maybe it's, prayers of our ancestors that said, you know what, our children will not be stuck in poverty. One day a light will come, our children will be pulled out of poverty and they'll be able to soar. So some of us, it's not for us. Onpassive is not for us. Onpassive is for our children, because it's about wealth creation, and it's about generational wealth. It's not about just I'm rich now. It's about creating a legacy. So most of the founders that I hear, even if they don't understand the vision, they're thinking, okay, you know what, I'm business minded, and this is what I'm going to do. They don't understand that they're just put in that position for their families and for their future generations. It's not about them. Maybe their future generations will actually get to see what their parents did and said, wow, you were part of something amazing. Thank God you were there to represent the whole lineage and represent our family, right? So there are different reasons why this opportunity came, because I believe that nothing happens by chance. I don't believe that everything, it doesn't happen by chance. So some of us, we won't understand the vision, we won't see the vision, but it will be for somebody in our generation that is coming behind us. Right? Because when we talk about generational wealth, we are talking about, leaving a legacy for our children. We're leaving our children in a better platform or in a better place than us, right? And maybe they will grasp that when they see what Onpassive is doing for them, the vision will be so clear, it won't need to be explained to them what is Onpassive, because they will see it. And they'll be in that wealth when it's happening. So for some people, they will just be put in that position to be that person in their family, to put their family in that position. So they don't have to understand the vision, but they were put there by a divine design, because I don't believe not everything happens by chance, right? So they don't have to understand. I always say that too, because I speak to my colleagues. I've spoken to so many people. I just shared with them and I said, listen, I'm not asking you to join anything. I'm not forcing anybody to join anything. I know you have your experiences. All of us, if we can sit here, we can all sit here for a long time, sing Kumbaya about horrible things that happen to us online. We can actually have a support group because it's so bad. Right? All of us can talk about our bad experiences. But at the end of the day, this is not one of those experiences. Onpassive is not one of those things that we had to, endure. It's legit, it's great. I can't even, I don't even have the words to explain because for me, it's beyond the words. When I'm, there's a certain, I always say that we are vibrational beings. I know we're not going to all be on the same page, but we are vibrational beings, right? So there are things that you connect with spiritually. You don't connect with them just only physically and by hearing. And this is, for me, is that. So I know that it's beyond just words. That's why I said, when I saw Ash speaking, our CEO speaking, I connected with him. I heard him spiritually, not only the words, because I felt his heart. I felt what he was talking about, because those things matter to me too. Right? So if people don't join, or they join for other reasons, good. There's other generations that will see the vision, and there will be the drive for that family to do something in their generation. So I'm not worried. I know that everybody that is here is by divine design. So, and they hear them, some of them won't understand, some of them will just take it the way that it is. But I know that we are creating generational wealth, and it's not only for us, but it's also for our children. It's also for generations behind us.
Yeah, that is what the reason we have to join Onpassive, actually, because it's not only for the humanity. Humanity is one sector, and the upcoming generations, we just think about their future. So it's good to work with Onpassive. It's good to work with join Onpassive, because yes, we do know, or not all the founders know the vision and mission of Onpassive. They are just joining. They are not so much excited about the vision and mission. So if within a founders we do not have the excitement of vision and mission of Onpassive, then we cannot expect from the people who are out of Onpassive. So whatever we joined Onpassive, and we think that we are very much blessed to have the platform. And we thank on Asher for introducing such a huge platform, such an amazing platform with a amazing vision and mission. So, and thank you so much, Lareto ma'am, for being here with us. We know that you are a celebrity, but still we invited you because we know, apart from singing, you are a family, you are Onpassivian, and we are a family. We are the member of same family. So thank you so much. And Jaisa requested me just he was asking a few minutes to request something to Lareto ma'am. Jai sir, please go ahead.
Thank you, Poonam Meche, ma'am. So, on behalf of Nepali society, we would like to request you to sing a song for like at least for 1 or 2 minutes. It will definitely going to motivate us. So it's our all humble request to, we would like to listen your good voice. It's a like humble request from our society, ma'am. Thank you.
It's such, yeah.
Eh,
So it's, I know it's a humble request, but it's always so hard because when you are on Zoom, the mics are not good, so it doesn't do it justice. It's just one of those things. I'll just sing the part of the chorus for you guys,
Yeah,
if
we
it's
will
okay.
adjust, ma'am. Don't worry.
Sorry?
Yeah, we will adjust. Just don't worry.
Yeah, but the quality is not good. And I always say that if you're gonna do something, it's better to do it right. But I'll just do the hold on for me. I think I can fix my sound here. I don't know. Can you hear me better now? Or
Yeah.
okay. All right. So oh, in it to win it, in it to win it. Oh, in it to win it, in it to win it. Thank you.
Thank you so much,
Uh,
Lareto ma'am.
if
Thank
I
you
can
so much.
just say a word,
Yeah, sure, ma'am.
thank you.
Welcome.
Lareto ma'am, you have brought the entire soul to the song, you know. And I just had a question. The lyrics and the words, did you have the idea of making the song yourself, or it's the entire team's, the work that you have entirely done with the team, or it's especially you've created the song?
I'm a lyricist, so I write. So
Okay.
basically, all my songs, I write them, and then the music is produced by my husband. So
Wow.
all the lyrics, I write the songs, and I know we're talking about the spirit of the song. I mean, of course, if you are in on passive and you see the vision and you see just this great big family, of course, for me as an artist, the first thing that's gonna happen is gonna come through song to express
Yeah.
myself. So it's no brainer for me. The joy, the excitement, the expectation, the everything that I'm feeling about On Passive came through in the song. And there'll be a second song. You're the first people to know this. There'll be a second song coming. I only said it now. I'm announcing it for the first time on this platform. So we have a second song coming on. And this time I got to collaborate with one of our founders in India. So
Wow.
it's me together with one of the founders from India. So you will get to enjoy the song. Maybe in the next few weeks, you will enjoy the song.
You answered my second question without asking you. Thank you so
Yeah,
much.
the next one's coming, but I'm doing it in collaboration with one of our founders in India. So I'm really excited for you to hear the song.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much, Lareto ma'am, for being here with us. And now I would like to move on to our next guest speaker. She is none other than Mayra Aquino. Mayra ma'am, welcome to the platform. And over to you, Mayra ma'am.
Thank you so much for having me today. Good morning to everybody attending today. Well, you already know my name is Mayra Aquino, and I'm originally from the Caribbean, and I live in New York for quite some time now. My background is different. After Lareto spoke, I'm speechless. I don't know what to say because her story is so beautiful. Besides her soul and her voice, I love you, Lareto. Thank you for being here with us as well. My background is in business administration in healthcare. I was a customer service for over 20 years. But when I was at work, I always thought that was something else there for me. I wasn't quite happy. I was thinking about retirement in my years in the future, and I was thinking, how is possible that people live, work 40, 50 years, and one day retire, and that's it. That's it about life. And I always asked for something more. I was always empty, kind of sad, so to speaking, because I always wanted to do more with my life. But while I was at work, in between those thoughts and my dreams, and I'm a dreamer, I always waited for something. And I always ask. I always believe in the the power of the universe and the universal laws. I don't want to bring religion, so. And I always ask the universe to send me something. And one day it came to me an opportunity, in marketing. So I kind of have a change of heart from the healthcare industry, and I want to do marketing. I joined several companies in the process, and it didn't work because marketing is really hard. It's really hard, and that's the reason why most of the people, I think, it's only the 1% making it in marketing, because it's not an easy thing to do. But in the process of doing that, I also failed. And how can I say it clearly? I got robbed. I lost money. Everything was no good for me. So I continue. I lost a lot of money. I continued to work. Actually, I even worked 2 jobs. I needed to kind of, to get back the money I lost. And again, thinking about my future retirement and worrying about money, financial anxiety that a lot of us have. And in that waiting, even though I failed, I never felt hopeless. I always thought that, well, this too should pass. One day, something had to come my way. And I just waited and waited. And I asked the universe for this, the light, the wisdom to see what else could I do. But I didn't have to do much, because one day, life changed for me for $97. I gotta say, just like that, $97. It came to me, somebody offered me the opportunity to join this company. I didn't know anything about it. And for $97, I jumped in head first. I'm a risk taker. I never take failures like the end of my life. I always keep trying, and I always keep looking. Because if you have fears, you're never going to do anything in your life. You're never going to find this opportunity that might come, right? So I joined Onpassive, and then later I attended all webinars. I attended all meetings. I listened to the CEO, Mr. Ash Mufare. And I didn't have any more reasons not to believe. I say, for $97, this humanitarian soul wants to change my world and change the world. I'm not going to hesitate. I'm going to go 100% in. And I did it. I have so much respect for him and his vision, because obviously there was something in me also to be able to see his vision. We cannot join something that we don't believe in it, or we don't see, right? It's like a blind trying to see the world. It's impossible. If it's in you, you're gonna see it. That's why also I joined, and I was happy about what I was doing, because since I didn't really succeed in marketing, and this time was gonna be done for me, what is there to lose? I have everything done for me. It's a gift. $97. You know how many times I spend hundreds of dollars in shoes and clothing? For what? Really? I'm just so happy to be in this company. And after the more that I listen to Ash, the more I say, thank you, universe, for what you have given me. This is an amazing humanitarian visionary individual that wants to help us all. There is no reason to doubt. And I'm going to tell you one experience that I have. When I first joined, I also want to bring a few friends of my friends and co-workers, and they called me a scam. They didn't see the vision. They didn't believe in what I was telling them, trying to teach them. And I said, okay, so I will continue on my journey on my own, because I know this is it. There is no reason to doubt. Onpassive is a real company with real products for everybody to take advantage of and use and be happy with them. If you don't want to do the business, don't do the business. You can learn it slowly, but Onpassive is going to do everything for you. I'm telling you, Ash Mufare is a visionary with us in mind, with humanity in mind. We're going to be able to change so much in this world. And that phrase, his phrase, the correction to the corruption, is in my DNA. And it's also in my DNA to give because I care for the world. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, Mayra ma'am. Actually, you talked about power of a universe, and it's not about religion, because you see, all the religion accepts the power of universe. And even me, I from the first day one, I just say that I am the strong believer of law of attraction, and I do use it. I often use the law of attraction techniques because I just love it, because I know the power of universe, and it works for me it works because uh, now I would also like to share in short about my journey, because you see, I tried many things in my life. I also struggled a lot, because it's not only me that I struggled. I also struggled. I tried restaurant, I tried a hostel was also not working just because of pandemic, and many more I tried in my life to work out, but I got a failure, but I don't call it failure because it was my experience. It worked as an experience, and finally, I got a chance to join this on passive. I could understand what on passive is in, and as we know, on passive is the life-changing opportunity. So those people who are not able to understand the vision and the mission of on passive is somehow they are missing a lot, missing many things in their life, because uh, on passive is giving not only a income for us, it's not only generating an income, it's also the platform where we can learn, it also the platform where we can secure our future generations. And there are many more things if you want to learn in on passive. So it's a great opportunity, and those people who are unable to understand on passive is something, they are something different. So thank you so much, Myra ma'am, for being here with us and accepting our invitation. Thank you so much. And now I would like to move on to our Rekha ma'am, Rekha Mukan ma'am. Welcome to the platform. We also have heard you before, and again, we want to hear from you uh, a lot more about on passive. Please
Thank you.
welcome.
Thank you so much, Poonam. Poonam ma'am, and welcome everyone here in the platform. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, based on where we are located. Now, since it's one family, and what I believe now is that there were seven wonders. There are seven wonders. On passive is going to be the eighth one. That's my belief, right? Now, Poonam ma'am, you were speaking about the law of attraction, the power of attraction, the attracting beautiful things. This works. This actually works. I was, if I share my story, I was person who had lost everything, almost everything in my life, everything in my life. And I did not have belief that this life works. Really, I mean that's the fact, that's the truth. I haven't shared it with anyone, not in any of the platforms as well. But when it came to the power of attraction and the law of attraction, that's the reason I'm sharing it. Few months back, or maybe few years back, before coming to or before joining this platform, I was sitting and I used to say one thing. I'm a millionaire. I don't know how it came to me. I don't know why it came to me. I have no idea why I said so. But my kids and everybody who used to listen, and that came, that did not. I was just saying it with no reason. I don't know why. I don't know how, but then again, yes, I kept saying it. And my kids and everybody who used to listen sometimes, they said, she's gone mad. She's gone mad. And I was happy, I kept feeling happiness inside me. And I said, I am a millionaire. And then I lost a lot of money in MLM and other, other places as well, trying my luck everywhere. But then again, yes, one of my very good friends, he said, there is something called on passive, you should try it. So I said, I've tried everything, every damn thing on earth. I'm not going to use anything else. I'm not going to try anything else. I mean, I don't trust anything. But then again, yes, because I used to keep saying I'm a millionaire, right? Somewhere. So it drove my attention. I don't know how, but then again, I said, okay, how much is required? He said 97 plus $5. I said, take it. And after adding myself to this platform, trust me, for 3 or 4 months, I did not. I was completely okay. If it works, it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But then again, yes, there was one fine day when I was being invited by my friend to join the ASH webinar. That happens midnight, right? So I said, okay, let me listen what he wants to say now. I mean, what they have to say now. And there again, that particular day, Susie ma'am, Julie ma'am, and Ash Mufare sir, and all of the panelists who were speaking there, they were talking about speaking positive words. They were talking about speaking only positive things in life, not a single negative word. And that changed me. And that changed me totally from that day. It's been 7 months. I am a total changed person. I don't know where those negativity and thoughts have gone away from my life. And this is a complete changed person today sitting with you. So, what I feel is that, this is a garland. A garland, mala jo hota hai na, and the garland is being the tied up with pearl. Why pearl? Because all the O founders are the royal family, right? They belong to a royal family. So this is my feeling that we are being tied up with the garland, and every founder is going to be, not only gain money, because money is byproduct. They will, at the end of the day, it's going to come, right? Because it's a passive income, it's going to come. It will be flowing till your life. Yesterday, we had a webinar where we were with small kids, and they were very. I mean, somewhere around 6, 7, 8, 10, 12, and till class 10, grade 10. So they were showing their whatever they had. Like, I want to dance, I want to sing, I want to do something different, right? So they never judge themselves doing that. But we people, we keep judging ourselves. That is the reason. When you judge more, you fail to do everything. So at the age when we grow, if we stop judging ourselves, like today, if I'm not able to speak, why would I not be able to speak? Is because I would be judging. Oh, they might say something. Oh, I don't know whether I'll be, I will be giving justification to what I'm saying or not. So these are these things, they don't allow us to grow in life as well, right? Because we keep judging ourselves. The day when we stop judging ourselves, that is the day when we start thinking positive, only positive vibes will come to us. I have started saying something like good things are coming on my way. Good things are coming my way. Money is coming my way, and that's something. It's making me motivated. Every day, I'm a changed person, and this is only possible because of the own passive. Had it been that I was not a part of this, I don't know where I would have find myself, or where would I have stood as if for now. This is what on passive has given me, and I am blessed. And Loreto, ma'am, I listened to the song that you have sung. Honestly, it comes, because everything which on passive is giving, it's giving with a with there is I don't think that anybody would call, this is like humanity, right? When we're talking humanity, it's beyond our thought process. It's beyond what we feel, right? Because money will automatically flow. But what will not flow is the thought process, right? That's we are going to do justice to the world, right? That's what my feeling is, and I'm blessed. I'll be the part of, I always used to think that I would work for women, like women empowerment, because I was also a victim at one part of my life. So feeling that inside me, I what I wanted was to roam about entire world wherever I could help a woman, even a single woman if I can help. It will make a meaning to my life. And that's what maybe God has chosen me for this platform as well. That's what I feel. And I'm blessed. And thank you, Poonam, for giving me a chance again to speak. I always have my open heart to speak anything about Onpassive. I'm so much delighted. I'm so much blessed, and I don't know how far we can go. Speaking out, the entire day will be less, I think, right?
We are blessed.
Thank you
Yeah.
so much.
Thank you so much, Rekha ma'am. And really, there are many more things to talk about on passive. The more we talk, we feel it like it's very less. So, as you said, you always thought about I am a millionaire. I'm a millionaire. You know, same thing goes here with me. As I told you, I've also lost lots of money. And my mom, she always tell me that what you gonna do in your life? You are always, like you are always losing the money. Why? What will you do? You are spoiled. She just tell me like that, and I used to tell her that एक दिन म करोडपति बन्छु. I just always tell that one day I'll be crorepati. You just wait and watch. I always say like that because you see, uh, I am always strong. No, nothing, no failures or anything can just make me put me down. So I am always positive, and that is what the reason I feel on passive came into my life. And I'm really blessed. I am even blessed to have on passive in my life. And really, thanks to Asher for introducing such a wonderful platform and such a loveliest global family. The first achievement we have now is this is our first achievement that we have a global family. We are in a global family, and we communicate with many people around the world, and it's so lovely. I just can't say. I'm too excited. And this and also Asher, he always says that we are going to have a time and financial freedom. This is the thing, this is the main thing I think we just look for in our entire life.
Yeah.
Time freedom, financial freedom. Still we just get old, but there is no financial freedom. We just have to think for now what we gonna do in future. Now
That's true.
how we gonna get money, how can we generate money in future. So this is the great thing, and really the thoughts are too different. We have to
Yeah.
accept that. And now we have our Ritu ma'am. Is the okay, we have Ritu ma'am with us. Ritu ma'am, welcome to the platform. We'd like to have your sharings, Ritu ma'am. रितु म्याम सुन्दै हुनुहुन्छ? हजुर, म्युट हुनुभयो फेरि.
ओके, थ्याङ्क यू सो मच पुनम म्याम. सबैजनालाई नमस्कार and hello everybody, all proud founders. So I'm Ritu Kharka from Nepal, Dang, Nepal. So जति पनि पार्टिसिपेन्ट्सहरू हुनुहुन्छ सबैजनालाई नमस्कार गर्न चाहन्छु र डेफिनेटली पनि आज फ्राइडे हामी सबैजना फाउन्डर्सहरू छौँ. आई थिङ्क हाम्रो गेस्ट स्पिकरहरूले चाहिँ यति धेरै कुराहरू भन्नुभयो कि मैले डेफिनेटली पनि कुनै पनि कुरा भन्नको लागि बाँकी छ जस्तो मलाई लाग्दैन. धेरै कुराहरू सेयर गर्नुभयो, सबैजनाको जर्नीहरू सुन्यो, एकदमै एनर्जेटिक अनि इफेक्टिभ, मोटिभेट सबै कुराहरू डेफिनेटली पनि कम्पनी टु डिफ्रेन्ट होइन सबै लाइक जति पनि हामीले काम गर्दै आइराखेको थियौँ फर्दर प्रेजेन्टमा होस् पास्टमा होस् जति पनि हामी काम गर्दै थियौँ त्योभन्दा धेरै डिफ्रेन्ट प्लेटफर्म छ यो र स्ट्रगलको पिरियडमा डेफिनेटली पनि स्ट्रगल हामी सबैजनाको लाइफको एउटा पार्ट नै हो भन्छु मैले होइन जुन चाहिँ हामी स्ट्रगल गर्छौँ लाइफ नै स्ट्रगल हो पोइन्ट हो जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई र हामीले स्ट्रगल जब स्ट्रगल गर्दैनौँ तबसम्म हामी कुनै पनि अचिभमेन्ट गर्नको लागि रेडी हुन्छौँ जस्तो मलाई लाग्दैन सो स्ट्रगल गर्न जरुरी छ स्ट्रगल गरियो भनेपछि नै सबै कुराहरू प्र्याक्टिकल नलेजहरू अझै गेन हुँदै जान्छ र स्ट्रगल सबैजनाको लाइफमा छ हामी कसरी जोडियो यो प्लेटफर्ममा भन्ने कुराहरू आउँछ होइन सो मेनी थिङ्स सबै कुराहरू हामी हेर्ने हो भने फिजिकली कामहरू गरिरहेछौँ हामी चाहिँ भर्चुअल कामहरू गरिरहेछौँ होइन सबै जुनसुकै सेक्टरमा पनि डेफिनेटली पनि काहीँ न काहीँ स्ट्रगल त छँदैछ नै हामी आजसम्म जुनसुकै कामहरू गरिरहेको थियौँ त्यसमा डेफिनेटली पनि स्ट्रगल थियो नै काहीँ न काहीँ स्ट्रगल गर्नै पर्थ्यो फिजिकल काम होस् या भर्चुअल कामहरू होस् जुनसुकै प्लेटफर्महरू आई थिङ्क अनप्यासिभ भन्दा अरू कम्पनीहरूमा हामी हेर्थ्यौँ भने धेरै डिफ्रेन्ट छ जसमा चाहिँ हामी यति धेरै स्ट्रगल गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ जसबाट चाहिँ रिजल्टको लागि कुनै पनि एउटा रिजल्टको लागि एकदमै धेरै स्ट्रगल गरिएन भने त्यसको रिजल्ट नै आउँदैन कि सो रिजल्टलाई हेर्छौँ हामी स्ट्रगललाई भन्दा पनि रिजल्टलाई हेर्ने खालको कम्पनीहरू छ जसले गर्दा फेरि हामीलाई अचिभमेन्ट भन्दा पनि धेरै स्ट्रगल गरिन्थ्यो भने यो डिफ्रेन्ट पार्ट रहेको छ हाम्रो लाइफमा लाइफको पार्ट नै भन्छु म यो अनप्यासिभलाई किनभने यति राम्रो ह्युज अपर्च्युनिटी छ हाम्रो लागि होइन जुन चाहिँ हामीले सोच्दै नसोचेको कुराहरू चाहिँ हामीले ग्राब गरेर अगाडि बढ्न चाहिँ पाइएको छ क्या सो यो कम्पनीले हाम्रो फ्युचर सेक्योर त डेफिनेटली पनि गरेको छ हाम्रो मात्रै नभएर हाम्रो भावी पुस्ताको लागि पनि एकदमै राम्रो रहेको छ यो कम्पनी होइन सो हामी चाहिँ एउटा गडले नै गड गिफ्टेड नै भन्छु म यो कम्पनीलाई होइन सो हामीलाई त्यो हामीले जुन गिफ्टको रूपमा पायौँ यस कम्पनी जुन कम्पनीको हामीले एउटा अपर्च्युनिटी ग्र्याब गर्यौँ त्यसबाटको बेनिफिट त डेफिनेटली फ्युचरमा छँदै नै छ आफैमा पनि कम्पनी डिफ्रेन्ट टाइपको भयो होइन र जसमा चाहिँ हामीले स्ट्रगल त्यति धेरै गर्न जरुरी छैन र जसबाट हामीले चाहिँ बेनिफिट चाहिँ एकदमै धेरै पाउँछौँ के कम्पनीबाट हामीले प्रेजेन्टमा हामी के छौँ भन्नुभन्दा पनि फ्युचरमा चाहिँ हामी के बन्दैछौँ त भन्ने कुराले चाहिँ मेटर गर्छ जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई होइन जुनसुकै हेर्ने हो भने हामी पहिला के थियौँ हामी गरिब हुन्छौँ त्यो हाम्रो गल्ती होइन हामी स्ट्रगल गरिरहेछौँ त्यो हाम्रो गल्ती होइन तर यो स्ट्रगल र अहिले हामी प्रेजेन्टमा जुन छौँ त्यो पछाडि चाहिँ फर्दर हामी फ्युचरमा चाहिँ के बन्दैछौँ त भन्ने कुराले चाहिँ मेटर गर्छ जस्तो लाग्छ आई थिङ्क होइन सो हामी फ्युचरमा जुन अहिले हामी प्रेजेन्टमा छौँ त्यही लेभलमा बस्ने कि फ्युचरमा पनि त्यही हुने कि यहाँबाट हामी चाहिँ आफ्नो लेभललाई चाहिँ अपग्रेड गर्ने त भन्ने कुराहरू हो सो हामीले अपग्रेड गरियो भनेपछि एउटा अचिभमेन्ट गरियो स्ट्रगलको रिजल्ट आयो भनेपछि त्यही नै मजा हो र हामी चाहिँ फर्दर प्रेजेन्टमा हामी जे छौँ फ्युचरमा पनि त्यही नै भयो भनेदेखि चाहिँ हामीले स्ट्रगल गरेको होस् जुनसुकै अचिभमेन्ट होस् मजा आएन नि त सो कुनै पनि अचिभमेन्ट गर्न सकिन लाइफमा पास्ट प्रेजेन्टमा जुन छौँ हामी जुन लेभलमा छौँ जस्तो छौँ हामी फ्युचरमा पनि त्यही नै भयो भने त हामीले लाइफमा केही पनि गरेनौँ भन्ने कुरा छ जतिसुकै स्ट्रगल गरौँ न होइन सो रिजल्ट नै आउन जरुरी छ जस्तो लाग्छ जुन चाहिँ हामी विदाउट स्ट्रगल नै हामी अनप्यासिभबाट चाहिँ सक्सेस हुन सक्छौँ होइन सो हामीलाई त्यो अपर्च्युनिटी दिनुभएको छ एस मुफरे सरले सो यहाँबाट चाहिँ हामी विनर नै बन्न पाउँछौँ कि विनर नै हो भन्न चाहन्छु हामी जति पनि अनप्यासिभमा चाहिँ अगाडि बढिरहेका छौँ पार्टिसिपेन्ट्सहरू छौँ सबैजनाहरू चाहिँ एउटा विनर नै हो कि हामी लक्की नै हो विनर नै हो यहाँबाट हामी केवल जित्छौँ मात्रै होइन हार भन्ने कुरा नै छैन कम्पनी जब आउँछ यति बुम भएर आउँछ ग्लोबली जब लन्च हुन्छ कम्पनी त्यस पछाडि चाहिँ हामी पछाडि फर्केर हेर्न आवश्यक चाहिँ छैन यहाँबाट हामी कति एचिभमेन्ट पहिला चाहिँ हामीले के गर्यो त कम्पनी प्रति होइन त्यो चाहिँ फर्केर हेर्नु पर्दैन आफैमा यति जेन्युन छ कम्पनी आफैमा ग्लोबली लन्च हुनुभन्दा अगाडि यति धेरै एडहरू लिएर आएको छ कम्पनी लाइभ वेबिनार्सहरू भइरहेको छ कम्पनीको बारेमा हामी बोल्नै जरुरी छैन कम्पनी चाहिँ कस्तो खालको प्लेटफर्म हो यो कम्पनी चाहिँ कतिको ग्रो अप गरेको छ कतिको बिग कम्पनी हो कतिको ह्युज प्लेटफर्म हो भनेर चाहिँ कम्पनीको बारेमा डेफिनेटली पनि हामी बोलिराख्न आवश्यक छ जस्तो लाग्दैन किनभने कम्पनीले त्यो इक्जाम्पल नै क्रिएट गरिदिएको छ कि कम्पनी आफैमा कतिको पावरफुल छ त हैन सो त्यो कुराहरू चाहिँ कम्पनीले इक्जाम्पल नै क्रिएट गरेको छ आफैमा डिफ्रेन्ट कम्पनी भयो र त्यसमा पनि कम्पनीले चाहिँ आफूलाई कसरी ग्रो अप गरेर लैजाँदैछ भन्ने कुराहरू चाहिँ अनि कम्पनी कतिको पावरफुल छ त भन्ने कुराहरू चाहिँ डेफिनेटली पनि आफूले एउटा इक्जाम्पल क्रिएट गरेको छ हामी त्यसप्रति चाहिँ कम्पनीप्रति डेफिनेटली पनि पोजिटिभ अनि पोजिटिभ भाइब्सहरू त हुनै पर्यो हैन जुनसुकै सेक्टरमा होस् हाम्रो माइन्ड सधैँ पोजिटिभ हुन जरुरी छ र पोजिटिभ कम्पनीले पनि यस्तो पोजिटिभ भाइब्स दिएको छ कि कम्पनीलाई टिपिकल हेर्ने हो भने जति पनि कुराहरू दिएको छ कम्पनीले सबै कुराहरू चाहिँ एकदमै पोजिटिभ छ हैन सो यति इनर्जी आउँछ कम्पनीको जुनसुकै कुराहरू पनि आयो भने सो मच एक्साइटमेन्ट हैन जहिले पनि लाइभ वेबिनार्सहरू आउँछ एकदमै धेरै एक्साइटमेन्टहरू त्यो जुन एक्साइटमेन्ट लिएर हामी जान्छौँ त्यो फुलफिल चाहिँ हुन्छ क्या सो भनेपछि कम्पनी आफैमा यति बिग प्लेटफर्म रहेको छ भन्ने डेफिनेटली पनि हाम्रो लागि चाहिँ एकदमै राम्रो हो हैन सो हामी त जस कम्पनीबाट कम्पनीमा आबद्ध भएर विनर त भयो र हामीसँग जति पनि जोडिनुहुन्छ उहाँहरू र हामीले जतिजनालाई चाहिँ एउटा यो कम्पनीको एउटा पार्ट बनाउन सक्छौँ उहाँहरूको लागि पनि डेफिनेटली पनि उहाँहरू पनि विनर हुनुहुनेछ हैन सो हामीले त्यो विनर हुनको लागि चाहिँ सबैजनाले उहाँहरूलाई हेल्प गर्नुपर्छ जस्तो लाग्छ मलाई हैन सो डेफिनेटली फर्स्टमा त बुझ्न गाह्रो नै हुन्छ किनभने डिफ्रेन्ट कम्पनी भयो डिफ्रेन्ट कन्सेप्ट लिएर आएको कम्पनी छ अनि आफैमा ग्लोबली लन्च भएको छैन र धेरै त्यस्ता कम्पनीहरू छ जसले चाहिँ हामीलाई नेगेटिभिटीहरू हाम्रो माइन्ड अलरेडी नेगेटिभ बनाइदिन्छ त्यस्ता खालका कम्पनीहरूले गर्दा फेरि पनि प्रब्लम त डेफिनेटली पनि आउँछ र सबैजनाले चाहिँ बुझाउन सक्यो पोजिटिभ हुन सक्यो र पोजिटिभ गराउन सक्यो भनेपछि आई थिङ्क उहाँहरूलाई पनि हामी विनर्स बन्नको लागि हेल्प गर्न सक्छौँ र एउटा कम्पनीको पार्ट चाहिँ बनाउन सक्छौँ भन्न चाहन्छु र फेरि पनि सबैजनालाई थ्याङ्क यू सो मच भन्न चाहन्छु सुनेर साथ दिनुभयो र यस मञ्चमा बोल्ने अवसर दिनुभयो पुनः म्यामलाई पनि थ्याङ्क यू सो मच यति भन्दै म यहाँबाट बिदा लिन चाहन्छु थ्याङ्क यू सो मच थ्याङ्क यू म्याम
Okay. Really, the company is very different with the different concept, and it's really hard for people to understand in a few seconds, day, or a minute. So that is what we call Onpassive is very much different and amazing. And as Lareto ma'am said, Onpassive, in being in Onpassive, together we are strong together. So really Onpassive will boom someday. It's booming still and it will boom in future. So life is literally changing these days, being a part of Onpassive. So sir, I would like to move on to Vandana Singh ma'am. Jai sir, do we have Vandana Singh ma'am?
I think she is not online. Let me see still.
We also had a
No, she is not here.
Mrs. Nurnia from Indonesia, but she is not available. So she and Miss Nurnia and Vandana Singh, they are not available, so we'll still continue the session. And Lareto ma'am, being a celebrity, you do have a name as well as fame, so money is not important. You have a name as well as fame. So in future, I would like to ask you, what you gonna do with the on passive income in the future?
Well, I always say that money has levels, right? And money, the money in the right hands can do a lot of things, like I said. And there's so much work to be done in our world right now. When everybody was talking, I just realized that there's a shift in energy. There's a shift in how everybody wants something different. We don't want the old systems because the old systems are not serving us. There's so much money. As we're talking right now, billions are going through because money is energy. There's billions and billions, and then you look at how it's been used, and the initiative and how it's been shared. It doesn't make sense. I was talking to somebody last week, and I said, if one man, right, the person that we know right now, we're talking about Elon Musk is worth, I think, 200 and something billion now. 200 and something billion for one person, right? And I said, the world population is 8 billion people. We are 8 billion people in this world, according to the census. Okay, hold on. Let me check my sound. There's somebody says my sound is not clear. Can you hear me well?
Yeah, yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Continue.
So there's 8 billion people in this world, and you have only 1 billionaire. If 1 billionaire would decide to share 8 billion, you know that it's not even going to touch the 200 that he has. The 200 billion that he has, he doesn't even have to touch it. If he gives every person 1 million and say, you know what, let nobody be below the poverty line, he's not going to even feel it. Now you're talking about one person who's a billionaire. No, there's the ones that we know. We're talking about Benzo, you're talking about Gates, you're talking about so many people who are billionaires. Some of them don't want to be known, right? And you realize that actually the world is in excess. We have everything that we need. There's so much. We have everything that we need. The universe is abundant. There's no reason why people should be below the poverty line. There's no reason why a child should go to bed hungry. There's no reason why things happen the way that, you have countries like, what is this country? Close to Denmark. Oh, why am I forgetting it? There's a country here, a European country. Most of the people there, everybody is living above, everybody is living in a certain way. There's nobody living below a certain way, of life. Like everybody has a decent life because the government decided we're going to give everybody decent salaries. I don't care if you're in a cleaning job or whatever, everybody has to have a decent salary so that people will live respectable lives. Because I seriously don't believe that, the people that we have given up and said, you know what, we're not doing anymore. Most of them, that we say, oh, they're on the streets. They're people who have tried everything and they had no hope. Some of them had no hope, and so they had to give themselves up to alcohol. They had to give themselves up for drugs because, when you realize that there's so much energy in you, but you're not able to release it. Some people cannot tolerate that, so they find release in other ways. They find release in drugs. They find release in different ways. That's why you see people, do different things. We cannot judge their behavior. There is something that created the way that they behave. So we can't just look at the symptoms and not know that there's actually a cause for how people act, right? I'm not going to say that for everybody. Of course, there are those people who are just don't want to do anything, who are like, to hell with life, who just don't want to be bothered, But most people are in those positions because they are tired of trying. Not everybody has the same strength and to tolerate the tenacity that life comes at you, right? So some people can cope. So for me, of course, money is available. Money is enablement. There's so many different things that we can do with money. When we have a money and it's flowing in abundance, which is in abundance because it's energy, right? For me, what I'm looking forward to is to make, like I said, we cannot prosper if our environment or our immediate surroundings are not prosperous. Then we're not prosperous, right? Because prosperity makes everything around us blossom. When you are prosperous, If somebody comes to your town, they will know that there's somebody who's prosperous there because everything in that town will be done right. All right. Everything in that town. If there's a street that is not right, you don't have to wait for your government to fix a street. You don't have to wait for your government to fix a school. You don't have to wait for your government to build clinics. You don't have to wait for your government to do, basic things that gives dignity to humanity, to human life. You don't have to wait for those things. We will take it upon ourselves to say, okay, fine, how much is this project? What is needed? The school is falling apart. Okay, clearly the government is not doing anything. We're not going to sit there and watch it happen because we have the ability to do something. Because we are prosperous, our environment is going to prosper. So that means our prosperity has to trickle down to everything around us, to everything. I mean, I care about animals. I care about our oceans. There's so many causes that we can immerse ourselves in according to our interests. I care about the elderly, right? There's no reason why elderly people should be struggling in their old age. They're struggling, in some countries, they're getting abused because they're in homes. Nobody can watch them and they get abused there. It's not ethical. So you'll watch whatever that is happening around you and say, okay, fine, what can I do to make a difference? And because, a lot of people, we've sat in dysfunctional things so long and we think it's normal, right? There's so many things that are happening in this world that we are taking as normal, or it's a normal human way of life. No, life can actually be better for everybody. Life can actually be sweet for everybody. We're here to enjoy our life experience and not survive it. It's not like we're just waiting to exit. When is this ending? And most people are just like, oh my God, when is this hell ending? Because they don't know what to do. So, but if you are, we're here to enjoy the life experience. Life should be enjoyable. We should enjoy, love. We should enjoy friendship. We should enjoy those things. And when now you have the ability, you have. I'm not saying money, it solves everything, but it solves a whole lot. It answers a whole lot, right? When you don't have to worry about what am I going to eat, because now I don't know how am I going to feed myself. Am I going to have roof over my head tomorrow if I don't pay my rent? If you don't have to worry about basic necessities, then you are able to discover this a multi-dimensional being who can do powerful things. You're able to tap into your talents. You're able to dream bigger. You're able to look at around you and say, how can I make this life experience better for me, for everybody, so that this life experience can actually be great for all of us? There are countries who are already doing it. There are countries who are already doing it who do not allow people to be below the poverty line. And if those countries can do them, why not all of us? Because there's a lot of money in this world. Money is changing hands. They're printing money like it's every day they're printing money, right? Because we all know that what the Rockefellers did, they took gold and gave us paper, basically. So, but we know that they're printing money like, so you can't say that there's no money. Right? You can't say that it's just energy. It's how you perceive money and think of money. But it's there, everything that we need. The creator, when he created everything, he created everything in it in abundance for us to enjoy and not sit here and be depressed because now we don't even know how we're going to survive tomorrow. He created everything in abundance for our enjoyment and our discovery, so we can enjoy our life experience. Right? So all these old programs that tells you that, you have to suffer, you have to sit in a job that you don't like because now you're suffering there because you have to survive. And now you invest so much energy in this job, but you're not getting back, you're getting money, but you're not getting really freedom. You're not, you're just there to survive. And then you die, and now you die, and then that's it. That's the end of it. It shouldn't be like that. We're supposed to be able to explore, to enjoy, and have a full human experience in this planet. Because right now we are spiritual beings, living in this, but we're supposed to explore everything without any limits, right? So money shouldn't be anything that should be holding you back to not experience your life. I love traveling. I love discovering. It should be possible that when I'm like, Mayra, okay, we're going to Bora Bora next week, Mayra will say yes. I'm like, Poonam, we're meeting tomorrow in Singapore. We should be able to do that. Why not? Why not? Why not? We should be able to say, ladies, let's just go meet. Let's just go to Hawaii and relax for a weekend. We should be able to do that. It shouldn't be like now. You understand? We should be able to enjoy life, have all those freedoms. As much as we are doing all these projects, I'm invested in I told you that I care about the elderly, I care about the animals. I want us to preserve the animals that we have, because I believe we are the stewards of everything around us. We have to make sure that the animals are protected. We have to give them respect. We have to have the right environment for them, because with development means they lose their habitat. We have to take care of our environment. We have to take care of animals. We have to take care of our seas, make sure it's healthy. As much as we are benefiting from there, we have to keep the balance. So I care about those things. I care about the elderly. I care about the school system. I believe the education is outdated. We have to come up with new things now of how to educate our children. The coming generation cannot survive on the education that we have now. They need to be free thinkers. They need to think beyond. The education system is only producing workers and their minds get limited. So we have to change a lot of things. A lot of things have to change. So I care about a lot of things. And when the money starts flowing and in that abundance, there's so much more we can do together. And of course, we are great minds here. When we all come together with the same goals, I know we can reach. Nothing can be out of reach for us. We will invest in those projects that mean something to us. So I'm just excited. I'm excited about us being here. And when everybody was talking about attraction, I'm like, it's even beyond there's so many laws in this universe. And, right now is the one about attraction that is spoken mostly about, but there's so many laws in the universe, and we are more than what we think we are. So, and everybody's waking up to realize that we are more than what we thought we were. And there's so many possibilities in this universe of ours. And most of them can be beautiful if we choose that to be. So I'm just excited about being here. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. And yes, Onpassive gave us one courage to do something and not to wait for the government. That is the main thing, I think, because we always wait for our government. Government should do this, government should do that. Why he's not doing this, why he's not doing that, and now literally we feel like when Onpassive came into our life, now everything is going to be sorted out slowly, gradually, and we don't have to wait for the government. And talking about our life, yes, we will definitely have freedom, time freedom. Likewise, you said, why not we meet in Singapore? Why not we get together somewhere? Yes, we will definitely have that. Thank you so much. And I would like to move on to Mayra ma'am. Mayra ma'am, do you have any message? Because today is the ladies special, and within our community, we just what we find that our ladies, especially, they do not have financial and time freedom.
Miss Poonam, thanks again, Miss Poonam. And Miss Poonam, we've been conditioning. We've been conditioned from the time we're born, and personally, I don't like to blame the government, humans. No, we've been conditioned to believe something, and we believe it, and we live in that environment thinking that life was supposed to be the way they design it. And now we discover, we learn, we get wiser with age sometimes, with life experiences, and we discover that it was not like they say it was supposed to be. So as we awake to this, to our life purpose, we know now that we'll be able to do all the necessary changes, but it's something that it had to be done individually. Like if somebody asks me, what are you going to do when you have all the money? Well, it's a beautiful thing. Money gives us food and shelter, and help us raise our children and help our families. But it's not all about money. If you don't have a plan to do something for humanity, what good it does the money? You're just gonna eat, live, enjoy, and that's it. And generations to come will live the same life that we live in our times. It's like Lareto say, we have to think about future human beings, our future, the children, our grandchildren, and so on and so forth. We have to think as a whole for humanity, not in a personal level all the time, because that's the thing. We became so selfish that we think only about us. We have to think about what we're going to do for humanity. And it doesn't mean that you're going to solve the problems for the whole entire world, but you have to think about others, one person at a time, one cause at a time. And I'm pro education as well, because, I come from a poor country, and education is a problem. Most of the time when people neglect or reject something, it's because they don't understand it. Like it happens with Onpassive. They don't understand it. So if we teach, and that's why I love Academy, by the way, all Academy is going to teach us so much stuff. And if you want to go into marketing, let's put it for example, Onpassive is going to, all Academy is going to teach us everything about marketing. If I'm pro a simple life. At my age, I want to sit down and relax, and I'm so happy that Onpassive is going to be able to do that for me. I cannot express it, because that's what I've been waiting for so long. After all those years of struggle, it's time. But always, I study myself, and I think about what I want, and that never had changed. I love humanity. I want the world to be a better place. It doesn't make me happy. As a matter of fact, I'm going to confess, for first time, I lived many years of depression, and I couldn't understand why people were hungry when we had so much abundance on this planet. Why are children hungry? And it got me depressed for many years in my life, many years. And that's one of the reasons why I look into spirituality, because I needed to come out of that and look for other ways. Because of course, depression is not going to do anything for me. I was about to do crazy things and end my life. And I'm sorry I say that, but that's the truth. I went through that when I was younger. But it's about you as a person. It's everything comes from you, from your intention. What do you want for others? It had to be for you and others. You always have to include others, because we're not alone in this journey. We are all together. We are all created with the same rights. And I always ask myself that question, and I'll always answer it. Why are we different? We're all born and we all go depart the same way. We are all the same. We have to love and respect one another, rise each other, lift each other up, and always think, what can I do for others? Because it's going to better your life as well. I love you all, okay? Thank you again.
Thank you, Mayra ma'am. Yes, definitely. But you know what? Here in our country, we have been waiting since a long so that our government changes the education system, because we do not have a better education system over here. And that is what the reason when Onpassive came into our life, we do have a team. And when we talk about humanity, working for humanity, everything starts from education. It starts from education. And so we are also focusing on education, and we are thinking to start from education, because our education system is not too good over here in Nepal. That is what the reason, because we cannot do it alone, and we have to wait for the government. But now, literally, we do not have to wait for the government, and we have that strength to take the responsibility that we can do it ourselves. So we just have to thank Asher for all these things. We just have to thank, and yes, of course, I saw Jai sir raising his hand. Jai sir, please go ahead if you have any queries.
Thank you, Poonam Meche, ma'am. Ideally, I got the question, answer for the question which I was about to ask. So still, I want to ask Mayra Aquino, ma'am, that how Onpassive is going to eliminate poverty. And I know there are different opinions shared by the leaders, but I wanted to know from your side, ma'am. So how Onpassive is going to eliminate poverty?
Jay, I don't know if you understand what's going on with Onpassive, but Onpassive, Mr. Mufare is just working in so many projects, and one of the projects is our product Oblast. Oblast is going to give us the base, and it's going to be easy for us to be contributing to save the world. one person at a time, one cause at a time. For me to answer that is like more complex, and I don't think I will have the right words to explain it to you. So all I know is that changes are coming, and Obless is one of the products that we have that we're going to be able to help humanity in the different courses. We have O Academy that is going to be teaching everybody that, you know, whatever they need to know, because it's going to be integrated with artificial intelligence, and a lot of schools are joining. How can I tell you? It's just a vision, and it takes time, you know, to explain that. But Lareto, I think I need your help right here.
You know, we're talking about Onpassive eradicating poverty. We have to realize that we are the Onpassive. It's not, the company belongs to us. When we say Onpassive, it's our company, it's your company, right? So it's us, it's ideas. All of us will come together and say, okay, fine, we have now a tool called Obless. Obless is there for us to say, how do we collect the money together for specific projects? What is happening in this, like you said, you guys are dealing with education issues, like the system is not right? So now we have to have people who can identify, where do we start? What do we do now? Do we actually maybe support the schools that are already existing and maybe add extra things to the schools so they can develop a certain maybe extra curriculum for the children? How do we enhance that? How do we make it better within the guidelines of whatever is happening in the country? And I don't know, every country has their laws when it comes to the education system and what you can introduce. So within those guidelines, what can be done, right? But the main thing is that the ideas will come from all of us, all the founders. And the Obless is a tool that will help us to now gather funds to support whatever that we want to, invest our time in, all those projects that we want to tackle. So when it comes to poverty, I think it's also something that is very close to the heart of our CEO. He always talks about projects with homelessness. There was a time when they were talking about 3D technology that is able to build houses faster for people who need housing, fast housing, but good and secure housing. So those projects are already in the talks within the Onpassive family. You have people who are discussing different possibilities on how to tackle this. I know that there was also a project, there are people already in Onpassive who are involved in feeding. You know, they go to different places to feed people every other day or whatever. There are people who are already actively doing certain things to alleviate, the struggle, what people are going through now. So how Onpassive is going to deal with poverty is our ideas coming together, and because we will have the apples there, we will be able to fund those projects in order to be able for us to achieve our goals. So we are the ones who are going to solve the issue with poverty.
It's an individual effort,
Yes.
and collectively, we're all going to work on it, right? Because like I say, we're not going to be selfish thinking about, oh, when I collect my apples, I'm going to just sit back and relax. You have to think on humanity if you want to see the changes, because we're all part of it, right? We're all in it to win it. That's what it means, right? Thank you, Lareto.
Thank you so much, ma'am. And we are to the end of the session. And lastly, I would like to hear from Mr. Naren Pokhrel from USA. Naren sir, please welcome to the platform.
Hello, good morning from USA to our special guest. Life is busy. I have been listening Lareto and Mayra, and very good information from ladies, to our ladies and to the founders in Nepal. Although I'm living in USA and supporting Nepalese, my friends and families back in Nepal. Whatever our ladies speakers spoke, exactly the poverty, the education, what we are having right now is known to all of us, and the Onpassive company and Mr. Asma Fari, the CEO of the company, is coming with the same vision and mission to help us, as Lareto said, the apples with the apples. So definitely, as it is said by the CEO and leadership councils, founders, sharing with us that whenever we have enough for us, we'll go with the remaining part to the families and friends living around, and we will uplift whatever we can do from our side. And we expect the founders and the leaders around the world to look at the underdeveloping country like Nepal to bring out the changes to the people and the suffering people in different fields like education, health, the poverty, to bring them up. We'll join our hands each other and work out together. And thank you again for the guest for sharing your vision that you have seen and Asma Faisal's mission to our fellows back in Nepal. Thank you, Poonam ma'am, for inviting me. Sorry I could not attend many of the webinars because of my very busy schedule. Hope that from next week, I'll be able to be with you all and share whatever we hear from the Leadership Council. Thank you. Thank you once again.
Thank you so much, Narayan sir. Thank you so much for supporting us. You have been supportive since a long time, and we are really blessed to have you even, because I always say it's because of you we are having our link in the back office. It's because of you we are being well known around the world, because our community was quite, we were a bit backward type of, but now our webinar is going on well, all because of you and the other leaders. So thank you so much, everybody. And well, we are to the end of session, as I said, and before leaving, I would like to thank all the guest speakers for being here with us. And it's really honored. We are honored to have you here, and we are honored to have your valuable presence. And thank you so much once again. And we would like to hear from you again and again in future. So we welcome you again for the next webinar. Till then, before leaving, and I would also like to thank all the viewers, YouTube viewers, and the Zoom participants who made the webinar so lovely. Thank you so much, everybody. And before leaving, before ending the session, I would like to request all the participants to unmute yourself and say the slogan. Yes, sir.
Poonam ma'am?
Yes, sir.
Did you get a chance to hear this? Did you get a chance to hear the song from Lareto or not today? I was late to it.
Sure.
Did you hear?
Yes, of course.
Or not? Okay. I was late. That's why I was late to come in. That's why I'm asking.
Better luck next time. Better luck next time.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much. And I request all the participants to unmute yourself and say end the session with the slogan of Onpassive. We are in it to win it. Thank you all. Good night and good morning.
We are so in it to win it.